Hello everyone. It has been requested that a video be made showing people how to take some of your figures and paint around their eyes to, like Knockout and Ratchet here, give them better looking eyes just by simply adding black paint. It's actually incredibly easy to do, for some figures anyway, for these three specifically. All the figures in these guys anyway have raised pupils, so it is actually incredibly easy to do it. I'll show you on Ratchet here. His eyes, as you can see, are black in the background, but the pupils still have the light piping going on. I'm not sure if my camera's picking it up too well, but you just pull, well, basically you just take apart his head, and on Ratchet, you see here, it is just a disc that is his light piping, that is his eyes. I have painted this disc. Oh, my camera can't focus on that. Too close, I guess. Focus. Do not fight me. There we go. Okay. Ratchet's is just a disc with two very blatantly raised pupils. It's actually difficult to see when you're painting it, because they just kind of blended in with the background. But painted up black like this, you can see that it's very blatantly raised up. So I just painted everything that wasn't those raised bits black. And then when you put his face back on, it makes his eyes just pop so coolly. And my camera tries falling over a little bit. And Knockout has the same exact thing. There's the end result for him. His light piping is just spectacular. His eyes glow instantly. And underneath his face, oh yeah, I also painted his face white because, you know, he has a white face. His face has the same exact thing. Just a disc with two little bumps. Paint it black. Let it dry. You're good to go. Put his face back on. And he looks sexy as ever. So, put him in the background. I'm also going to show you this with RC here. And I kind of discovered while I was preparing for this that RC does not follow this trend. Give me your face! Stop fighting me! Ha! Got your face. Okay. She does not have a disc like the others have. She has a pair of spikes. But, as you can see, hopefully, you can make it out, on her left eye there is a little circular thing there. That's her pupil. On the right, no, on her left eye, I forgot left and right for a second, I'm a child. On her left eye, I painted the post all around it black. I think I got a little bit on the eye itself, so I'm not 100% satisfied with it, but oh well. And I'm going to do the other one on camera. I'm just going to dip my paintbrush in the ink, which I believe is actually off camera. I don't know, maybe not. And then just ever so carefully, once I be able to see it myself, there's a little bit on her, on the top of the post. That's not the iris that I want to get. I think I need to mix my paint again. I use Tamiya paints, and it occasionally, for some of them, separates into oil and paint stuff. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it separates and occasionally needs to be remixed. And I just got it on top of the eye, but okay. So you just go carefully, trying to go around the eye. I don't really care about going too far back because, you know, the head's going to be blocking this. And it's probably good enough, but I'm going to double dip and try it again. One of the things I did find a little difficult with those two guys is making sure that, at least with the paint that I'm using, since it's seems to be a little more water-based. I think it probably is. Whatever it separates into. It doesn't necessarily go on completely black, so I had to do several coats for them, for Ratchet and Knockout, just to make sure that the parts that are visible are dark enough. I think paint drying on my brush a little bit. So I'm just trying to make sure that the part that's not the iris that's going to be visible is as dark as I can get it. So I don't want to have to do another paint or another swipe at this, whatever word I was looking for. It was not that. So that's basically it. I hope I got all that on camera. I think I did. I'm going to let it sit for a moment to dry, and then I'm going to shove her face back on. So while I'm doing that, I'll show you guys this. I've already taken the screw out of both Ratchet and Knockout, but their heads are actually a little weird. How did Ratchet come out? Yeah, his head's in 3 pieces: the small little disc, the face, and the skull. And the skull is actually the ball joint, which is a little concerning. I think for Ratchet, I actually pulled the whole head off and did this, but I don't honestly remember. It's terribly easy to do. And as you can see on this, I do have some black paint because I didn't bother waiting long enough for it to completely dry, because I didn't care completely about what got rubbed on the inside, because as long as the outside looks good, then I don't matter. It does look like on Ratchet that I painted the pupils, but I did not. That's actually, I think, just the way it's molded. Either way, it looks awesome, so that's cool. And I'll show you Ratchet again. Not Ratchet, this is Knockout. Don't knock over the camera, Brian. Give me your face. And he's got another crystal skull. Let's make sure you're focused on this. And try to knock over RC. Why is your wing over? Yay, cameras don't work. Things aren't going my way on camera. Okay. Yeah, he's just got another crystal skull, just like Ratchet. I pulled it apart. Really easy to do. And specifically what I was talking about with these guys, see, I don't want to block the light. You see right here, that is the raised pupil that you'll see. The part that I was saying that I was having a little trouble with was these parts right here, making sure that's as dark as possible. Granted, if you use a darker paint or a better paint than I do, then fine.